Welcome in.
What's up?
How we doing?
Doing great, man.
Alex, last time I remember you were bald.
Well, I let myself go and my hair's very long now. I'm looking to get a nice fade today.
It was 3 days.
Well, my hair grows really fast.
You want a fade?
Yeah.
Let's see what we're working with here, buddy.
Whoa. Oh, I've been exposed.
What's up, guys? Welcome into another episode of the Cutting Up Podcast. And today we have one that is long overdue. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Archibald, my fellow coworker, is in the chair finally. People have been begging for this, dude.
Rock and roll, let's do it.
Why have we waited so long?
Because I was growing my hair out.
We had to grow it out. So many of you know Alex typically likes it clean shaven. I've been begging him to grow it out. He never wants to. He says it looks terrible. I disagree. I actually think it looks pretty good.
You know what? Since it's growing out a little bit more, I'm starting to like it. I will say that. I despised it at first, and yeah, I'm starting to get used to it a little.
Now, there were a couple times in the last week or two that you have threatened to just cut it all off.
I was very tempted to Britney Spears myself. Yes.
Just shave it all.
Yeah, man, I was going for it.
So what are we gonna do today? Let's take a look at it. Let's figure out what we want to do. I don't want to just shave it all off. I want to keep it going. There's got to be something we can do here to convince you to keep it going.
Well, I'm thinking we do a mean mullet.
Mean mullet, okay? Because you got the curls in the back, dude. It's gonna look good in a hat.
I think you're right. So
okay.
Let's do
Anything specific? Just kind of taper off the sidelines then, clean it all up.
What I envision is maybe.
Obviously, we got a way to go, getting the top a little bit longer and stuff.
Yeah, we're leaving that top alone today, but let's do like a number 2 high and maybe like a half guard low.
Okay. So not all the way down to skin, about a half guard.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
That's what I'm
thinking.
thinking.
That, my man.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is long overdue. We actually, for those wondering, we shot this the first time probably, almost a year ago.
Yeah.
We did it with our tripod and the camera. We did a little episode. It was kind of like a teaser. We were testing, trying to see if this was an idea I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And it definitely was. I sent the footage over to Dalton and he just sent back rejected. He was like, we're not touching this. This looks absolutely terrible. I had, it was already just iPhone quality, which is actually not the worst. Like you can make that work. The problem was I thought I knew how to color grade and edit and started putting different little filters and messing with stuff, and it looked very bad. So we scratched it.
Good.
And now we're gonna redo it. And you wanted to redo it anyway, right?
Yeah, I felt like it probably needed a redo.
So. All right, my man. So let's get to know you a little bit because people have seen you on our Instagram, obviously the shop Instagram. We've done a couple little talking heads, and you're a fan favorite, dude. People love the content you put out. You are unique. You are one of one. So let's get to know Alex a little bit better. How'd you end up in Knoxville, my man?
Well, I mean, all I can remember is me just complaining constantly about Dallas traffic. That's why I'm from, Dallas, Texas. And I was hating life. Having to drive at least 2 hours a day back and forth to work was just no fun. So I was looking around at my options, and I was thinking, I want to go to the mountains. I love mountains. So I looked at Colorado, and it was just too expensive, and I really wasn't familiar with it. But I was familiar with Tennessee because my mother's from here, at least Memphis, and we got family out in Road Mountain. And I remember being a little kid and going out to Road Mountain and being like, this is a dream come true. It's like a fairy tale. And so I kept thinking to myself, yeah, I think I could do that. So I remember just calling you up one day and I was like, hey, can I work here? And you were like, yeah, you can start tomorrow. I was like, how about give me a week? And so sure enough, I threw some clothes and my guitar in my car and made my way down here. Lived in a hotel for about a week, got to work, saved up some money for my apartment. It's about 5 minutes down the street, and here we are, man. Been here for almost 2 years now.
Crazy, right? I mean, I remember my side of that story is it was a busy day. It was just me. I had been looking for somebody to come in here. I'd had a couple people that had said they were going to come and it just fell through. Mm-hmm. And I was swamped. I want to say you probably called me on like a Saturday or something Friday. Mm-hmm. I just remember it was busy. And I answered the phone, just like I normally did, thinking it was a client. And you're like, hey, just wanted to call and see if you're hiring. And I was like, yeah, can you start tomorrow? Like I'm in desperate need. And you were like, well, I live in Texas. And I was like, honestly, when you said that, I was like, all right, this is never gonna happen. Like I honestly,
this is a break off.
Yeah, and now, like I said, I was so busy. I'm just like, all right, well, whenever you want to come in town and see it, like just shoot me a call. We'll make it happen. Hung up, and I honestly didn't expect to hear from you again. And then literally a week, like on the dot, you come through the door and you're like, hey, I'm the one that called a week ago from Texas. Like, I'm here. And I was like, okay, well, we talked a little bit. And then I was like, well, when do you think you'll actually move here and you want to start? And you're like, I can start Tuesday. And I was like, do you have your stuff? No. Where do you have a place to stay? I'm in a hotel. I'll just stay there till I can kind of get on my feet, and then
just winging it.
And then we'll get an apartment, and then I'll go back and get the U-Haul. And sure enough, it's all worked out. But were you nervous at all?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know. I was mostly nervous about finding a place to live. That took forever because I was looking for it before I even came here. And I just got super lucky with that.
Well, you had people trying to get you too, dude. There were people trying to scam you. I remember this.
Yeah, dude. I had at least 3 serious scams where I was like guaranteed a house to rent. And then it just turned out, dude was like, hey, yeah, can you send them, like last minute, can you send the money to my lawyer out in Los Angeles? I was like, man, I don't think this is real. And sure enough, I just didn't even fall through. So I got lucky. I got real lucky finding my little apartments right down the street. And that is a total lifestyle change going from that big long drive on I-30 and Dallas highways to being 5 minutes down the road. It's amazing. I love it.
People ask me all the time, they ask about you. How's Alex doing? Who is Alex? We see these videos. Tell me a little bit about him. And the one thing I say is Alex is unique, dude. He's himself. He's not afraid to be himself. He likes what he likes, and he's cool with that. He doesn't try to be someone he's not. You know what I mean?
Very true.
So tell us a little bit outside of barbering, because, most people see you in the shop here and they see, the clips that we put on there talking about barbering. Outside of barbering, who is Alex?
Man, I love cutting hair, but my favorite thing is being a creative. I love art and music and film, and music's my number one obsession. That was my first love. And I'll leave here most days, go home, sit in a dark room, with 1 or 2 lamps, and just tinkle around on the guitar and see what I come up with and maybe try to make a structure out of it. And I've been doing that forever. It's just a wonderful creative outlet for me to express myself and just kind of feel cool.
You're an old soul.
Old soul for sure, 1000%. I'm playing records. I'm watching old movies. I love watching the Dick Cavett show. It's a super old talk show, but he has like Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin and them on there. That's why I'm such a YouTube addict. I'm big into YouTube because I love just watching the old stuff and new stuff too. I'm not just specifically like looking at old school, but if you ask me what's like my favorite mainstream musical group, it's going to be the Beatles. I know that's basic, but
the Beatles?
Dude, I love the Beatles. The older I get, the more I love and appreciate the Beatles, just because there's something about the way they started off so poppy and teeny and then just went artsy with it. I love that. I kind of was like hoping Justin Bieber would do that. All of a sudden just put out a psychedelic album or like a punk rock thing. I always thought that'd be really cool, but just starting off like as a teeny bopper and then all of a sudden just getting weird. But I love that. But Beatles are not the only ones. I love, if we're talking old stuff, I love like Velvet Underground and Led Zeppelin. And my favorite band of all time, which is fairly new, is Big Thief. I love them. They're like a folk alternative rock group. I love that stuff, man. It just sounds raw and natural, and there's something beautiful about that sort of music. It really brings out something inside of me. I love it.
Have you gotten into country since you've been here in Knoxville?
Oh, man, I've always been into country. I love country music. I grew up with George Strait playing on the radio while my buddy's dad's working on his car. And I love, like, artists like Townes Van Zandt and Emmylou Harris and George Jones and Hank Sr., all that stuff. I'm big into it. I don't poo-poo country. Some of the new stuff, not really my style. It really depends. Like, recently I've kind of been digging Hardy, which
Okay.
I mean, judging by me being kind of pretentious, I should not like Hardy, but dude, you turn on some Hardy tunes and I'm in the mood for it. And I'm like, this rocks.
Get you going?
Oh man, yeah. I can rock with it. I can rock with it.
You gotta like some Texas country too, my man. Some Cody Johnson, any of that stuff or no?
I've listened to Cody Johnson. It's not Texas necessarily, but if we're talking that sort of red dirt,
that's what
sound,
that's what it's called. Yeah.
Turnpike Troubadours, who are coming here soon, rock. Also, a buddy group of mine who I used to run around with, Tanner Ursery, the Tanner Ursery band rocks too, and they kind of have a little rock country, kind of red dirty sound, but they rock hard, dude. And they're a really cool band from Texas. But yeah, I don't know. I can dig some country. I definitely. There's a lot of great music that comes out of Texas. I mean, in general, from the old to the new. But I'm not just specifically like, oh, just Texas. That's the only good country music. I think it comes from like mostly Appalachia these days, or at least Virginia. You know, you got the Sturgill Simpsons and Tyler Childers, and even Colter Wall from Canada. That dude rules. There's actually a YouTube page called Gems on VHS, and it introduced me to like Benjamin Todd and Sierra Farrell and all these great folk country people. And man, that was so inspirational finding that channel, seeing people just having acoustic guitar and being songwriters and really creative, and just having the old tradition of songwriting be out in the forefront for and being popularized again is really amazing. And so yeah, I wish I could find some of those people. I'm sure they live around here. I don't know.
All right, outside of music, what else? Give me some more of your interests, my man.
I mean, I've always loved art. I'm not the best painter in the world, but I do like expressing myself. I used to, whenever I was a teenager, be obsessed with drawing either realistically or as like comic booky as I could. So it's going to be in proportions and it's going to look, you know, I showed someone, they'll go, oh yeah, that looks good. These days, I don't really care if it looks good. I care if it expresses how I think or feel at the time, which can look really strange and crazy and sometimes creepy. But yeah, I've always been into painting and all that stuff. It's just, the thing about creativity for me, it's always giving me something to do. I have no excuse to be bored because I have all these outlets. And if we want to move on from creativity, I mean, I'm a big nerd. I love comic books, video games, you know, TCGs. Are you aware of this, Jonas?
I don't know. I have no clue.
I know. Trading card games, everybody. Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, these sorts of things. Now, I'm not good at them by any means, but I do enjoy them and I find them fun. I think that's the 90s kid in me who like grew up with like Pokemon and all that. There's something in me that still has that like collector's addiction of like gotta get everything, gotta get it all or whatever. That's probably why I'm a hoarder, you know? Like, you know how there's like minimalists in the world these days and they have like nothing in their house? I'm a maximalist. I have so much junk from just like antique stores and, you know,
See, I don't believe you though, because how did you come here from Texas with nothing then if you're a hoarder?
Well, I mean, I can live without for a little bit, but I feel really comfy with having all of my weirdo stuff surrounding me because it just, I don't know, it suits my personality, I suppose. Like I could never be one of those van life people. I did think about it, you know, converting my Toyota Sequoia into a little livable housing situation, and I YouTubed it for like 2 years. Like, oh, dude, I'll just live on the road and I'll cut random people's hair and I'll be like, you know, just a.
See, I could actually see you doing that. I could 100% see you doing.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Like if you came in one day and were like, Jonas, man, I'm leaving, I'm moving on. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, all right, Alex, so like you going to another shop or you trying something new? And you're like, no, I'm just hitting the road. Like it wouldn't shock me at all. It would not shock me if you were just like, I'm hitting the road and living out of my car and Just gonna, wander the world.
I got a spirit of a rambler. Maybe one day, but not right now. I'm too comfy right now. I'm really enjoying Knoxville.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, dude. It's
better than you thought, or obviously you thought it would be good, but
yeah. I mean, the thing I love about it most is everything's so close. I can Uber downtown for $10 and go see some people play music or whatever, and then just come back no problem. I mean, there's no way I could do that in Dallas by myself. At least I'd have to get a group of buddies or something. And my buddies never wanted to go anywhere. So yeah, I love that convenience of just everything being close by, and it's like a city, but it's also like a small town. So yeah, I love it.
Now, have you caught on to Vols football? Have you everyone wants to know if you've forsaken the fake UT, the Texas Longhorns, and jumped on board with the real UT?
I was never a fan of UT Texas, and I have become infatuated by the cult of the orange. Yes.
The cult?
The cult of the orange. That's what I call it, because every Saturday
Donald's not going to take that, dude. He's about to knock these cameras down and knock you out, dude.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but every Saturday, all of a sudden I forget to wear my orange t-shirt and I feel like an outsider. I'll come in here with a green, hoodie or something, and I'm like, oh no.
Messed up, dude.
I missed the memo. I woke up too late because everybody's in orange. But I love it. I think that's really cool that y'all have a community based around something as cool as college football. That's great. It's really, it's really fun. We never had that in Texas. We have so many college teams. You can't really rally behind one. And then the Cowboys, oof, that's a whole nother big yikes.
Whole nother beast.
Oh, disappointment. I would love if they did well at least once in my lifetime. Maybe when I was a baby, they were doing all right. But yeah, not my thing.
So if there's one thing I know about you, you dive deep into things. You find something, you get attached, and you go all the way in. I remember when you first started, it was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Oh, dude,
I mean, this man, Alex, let me tell you guys, this man was consumed every single day. I mean, if he wasn't doing a haircut, he was sitting in the chair and he was watching the trial. You were just consumed in that. What's consuming you right now?
Oh,
or is it still Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Are you still
Captain Jack Sparrow, man? No. What's consuming me right now?
Something's got to be. There's something on the news, something somewhere.
There's not a good trial going on right now, honestly. I mean, on the news, I can hardly watch it with all the destruction. But man, we do need another good trial coming up. I guess Is there any celebrities in trouble right now?
No drama, no nothing.
No.
You right now.
No,
it's like your teeth into the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift.
Oh, no. The reason why I was so obsessed with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, though, is because I'm such a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. Up until the fourth movie, where I'm like, but the first three, that's some of my favorite movies all time. So I have a loyalty to Johnny. And when I was watching that, I was like, dude, I know Johnny didn't do all this stuff. I just know it. Of course, I have no clue. So I don't know why I'm basing my opinions off of Disney characters, but I was like, there's no way he did it, man. And it was really funny. If you watch that trial, there's so many quotables on there, and just that was a circus. So funny. But my obsession right now, honestly, is trying to find a music scene, like a group of, musicians who make original material and have a circle where it's, I don't want to say safe space because that's just an overused term, but it is a safe space of people being able to express themselves without being judged. Because there's one thing about songwriting where it is like the scariest thing to go, here's my new thing for like a whole audience of strangers to hear without anybody else hearing it. So if you have like a little friend group that will be honest with you and go like, hey, listen, maybe you should work on this part, but I really like that part, and just kind of have a conversation. That's what I'm obsessed with finding right now. So I'm kind of staying out of the celebrity drama. though I'm sure I'll find something else, soon. Who knows?
Fair enough. Now the question that all the ladies want to know, are you single?
Yeah, I am. Single, ready to mingle. Come on down. I like to boot scoot. I like to boogie. So
You like the bird dog chicks?
bird dogging, man. Here's the thing. Bird dogging, it sounds bad, but bird dogging.
It sounds terrible, Alex.
It's not. Bird dogging is just everybody bird dogs. Here's the thing. Bird dogging is you going out and just saying, hi, here's me and here's who I am and how you doing, and maybe
Listen, I have to tell the backstory because I'm laughing. Dalton's laughing. The first time we did our talking, we call them talking heads, which is what you guys have seen, where we put them on the shop Instagram page and we did like intros, hi, I'm Alex Archibald. This is how I got into barbering. I'm Jonas. This is what I do outside of barbering. So we had a few different questions. Everyone nailed them. And one of the ones was, what do you do outside of barbering? Talk a little bit about yourself. And I didn't even catch it at the time, but Dalton sends all these back to me and I start scrolling through, watching them all. And we get to Alex's, and in the middle of Alex's, he's talking about what he likes to do. He likes to play the guitar, he likes to go out, he likes to do all these things. And he said, I like to bird dog chicks. And I sent this back to Dalton. I'm like, dude, what is this? Do you know what this even means? Like, it sounds terrible.
Oh, it's not. So
at the time, we just were like, I'm not posting that. I don't know what it means. Yeah. Since then, you've talked me down a little bit that it's not necessarily a bad term, but it just doesn't sound.
Bird dog is like a dog who's going to look for a bird, and it's slang to call ladies birds, so it's bird dogging. You
could have said chasing.
Well, I mean,
pursuing.
I don't chase; they chase me. Come on now.
That's Alex Archibald. I mean, what else do we need to say right there? There's Alex Archibald.
Right on.
You've given me many, many funny moments in our 2 years, dude.
Rock and roll. Oh, that's it right there.
There's the video right there.
What I do outside of work, man, I rock and roll. I play some music. I play the guitar. I drink beer. I bird dog chicks. I run around town acting like a crazy person, but mostly I play my guitar.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of a kind, Alex. One of a kind.
Yeah, well,
Never change, my guy. Never change.
I don't think I could, even if I tried, honestly.
You want to see what this mole looks like?
Yeah, let's see it.
Have you ever had a mole before?
Never. Oh, dude. Well done, Jonas.
Say it one more time without the mirror in front of you.
Dude, I love it. That is awesome. Well done. Ooh!
What do you think, my man?
I'm looking pretty. That's what
I think it's time to bird dog some chicks.
It's time to go bird dogging.
Bird dog. What do you think, Dawn? Time to go bird dog?
Next weekend, we are bird dogging.
You like that, dude? I actually think it's going to look really good in the hat, too, because the curl, you still have it thick in the back. I don't know why you won't.
This was such a good idea. Thank you. I was thinking about shaving it off for a bit at the end, but I'm keeping it. This is the look.
This is the look, dude.
Rock and roll, dude.
All winter long. And then maybe summer we'll find something else. But I think this is going to play, dude. We get this long, dude.
Dude, let's get it real long.
Let's get it real long.
Let's perm that thing.
Yep. Play some guitar.
Yeah, I like that.
Dawn told me I should start doing like once a week or every couple of days, because you sit out there in the corner. Everyone knows it's ever come in the shop. You've got your own little corner out there outside that you like to sit and read. And every once in a while, you just bring out your guitar. Start playing out there.
I'm down.
Just bring the camera out there.
The only reason
you for a little bit.
Reason why I don't do it is I just feel like it'd be intrusive and inappropriate. So if y'all are down with it, I'm down with it. I'd love to come out and just do a little ditty here or there.
We should do your little open mic idea where it's a safe space here at the shop.
Bro, I am down. That is such a good idea, because I actually met a couple of songwriters last Wednesday whenever I went to the Jig and Reel, and I don't think they have necessarily a spot to do that at. And
I don't know what your crowd's like. Maybe not. I don't know.
They're cool.
You might be a little too rowdy.
I'm the craziest one of them all.
Might come back in the shop, might just be in flames or something.
No, never. I'd be whooping on people. But yeah, I mean, even if it's just me, I don't care. Come on here, be as loud as I want on a day off.
You should start a segment on the YouTube channel.
Bro, let's do it. I'll have to organize myself, but yeah.
Organize yourself.
Well, I got to think of what do I want to play? What do I want to sound like?
No, you got to freestyle. That's what makes it good.
Well, I mean,
there's nothing better than when I'm sitting in the middle of a cut and I just see you walking across the parking lot with your guitar out, just strumming along.
Yeah, that actually.
All right, there we go. Right. People driving by. We do it all though. One-stop shop.
One-stop shop, man.
Alex, my man. We'll bring you back on. We're going to bring you back on in a couple months.
We'll get a part 2.
When this mullet is super long and coming down there.
And I'll have updates as to what, is going on with me and this whole scene I'm trying to get in on.
Yep.
So.
We'll have an update on your love life. We'll have an update on the drama, celebrity drama, so which you'll be digging your teeth into.
Yeah.
And we'll have an update on your music career.
I'm down. Yeah.
Sound good? And you're going to... now I've heard you talk bumblings of starting a YouTube channel. What's up with that?
Yeah. Okay. So this might end up not being a thing. I don't know. Like I said, I need to organize myself more. But I had this great idea. Well, I think it's great. Of what if I take all my videos of my travels and have a storytelling segment and have a little bit of music, and it'll be a 10-minute video where 5 minutes dedicated to, just me having different weird visuals of what I've seen throughout my years, and maybe me just telling a story about, hey, this is the time I was here or there, or maybe just a random story about Chief Cat Daddy or whatever, and then I can have a 5-minute segment for a song, and I'll be like, this is my new song.
You'll do a 5-minute recaps of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
No, man.
A song.
I mean, if you want me to do like reaction recaps, just give me a subject and I'll have an opinion on it, and I guarantee that.
Fair enough. Stay tuned. That may be happening.
Stay tuned, everybody. Archibald's Theater.
Archibald's Theater. I actually like that. That's smooth.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I've been thinking about it. The hamster wheel has been spinning, so.
All right. Well, guys, you guys stay tuned. Follow Alex on Instagram. He doesn't post. He's not a social media guy, but if he gets his YouTube channel, he's going to have to. So, but he's on there as Archibald Alex Hair, right? You have another account or no?
I'm on Archibald Alex Hair for my hair one, and then Dolly_Hex_Archibald is my art page where I post all my weirdo stuff. So if you want to see my paintings or like a picture of a mountain or something, that's where you find that.
So if you're a weirdo and you want to follow his weirdo page, then there you go.
Come on down, weirdos. Yep.
Everyone's welcome. So thank you guys for listening. Alex, thanks for coming on. We will see more of you all the time. And we'll get you back on here in a couple months. And thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out.
Peace.